Guess I'm on. Oh, there we go. Hi guys, welcome to Small Engine Saturday. About to get this link put out for the panel. Join link in. Hey, did y'all see that they're doing away with Google Hangouts on the air? I just got a message when I started this broadcast. How are we going to do panels now? Then. All right. Join link and link going in now. I guess we'll have to figure out something else for Hangouts. Hi, Kathy. Is the video lagging or is it just on my end? My browser's been a little slow here lately. Hi, Craig. Hi, Peeper.
Yeah, hello.
Hi, David. That's going to hurt us if we can't figure out a new way to do a panel.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they are thinking about that, but
I think they're trying to destroy doing these type of live streams.
I think they are too. Because to be honest with you, they are getting into a lot of trouble. Well, I should say a lot of individuals are getting into trouble with the guests that are popping in.
Yeah.
And the link winds up being, publicly known, and you wind up with the trolls and stuff popping in, doing crazy stuff, getting out of trouble.
Hi, Breezy. Hi, Munster. For sure said hi, Matt already, but I don't know. So hi, Matt.
How's everybody doing? Trying to get my screen set up here. There we go.
You're a troll, Craig, really?
$2.18
in our life.
Thank you for joining in.
So I gotta watch that one for sure.
So what's everybody up to today?
Hey, before I came and started this live stream, I went out there and I cut the grass in between the two gardens where they join. They was probably as high as I was.
Oh wow!
All the rain we had. Hi, horse. fell out two ATVs. That is funny. I'm not drunk. I'm really hungry.
Well, I ate pizza just a little while ago, so I'm good for a few.
Well, I figured I wouldn't be hungry no more. For lunch, we had a kind of, well, it was kind of late lunch, but I had a half-pound beef and cheddar from Arby's.
Ooh, that sounds good.
No, I didn't bell the grass, Breezy. What's up, Ronald?
Alexander.
Hi, Alexander.
Beepers.
Earlier, I was about 3 towns away fixing that zero turn that my sister's boyfriend sold. The one we got for $250 and we sold for $1,100. The starter went out before the guy even unloaded it on the trailer.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
At least it was only the starter and not a head gasket.
Yeah, I'm worried about it now that I pulled that cover off and it looks a little bit wet up with oil up in the cover, so hopefully it won't give me no issues. We did an oil change and stuff before we sent it out of here. We put a lot of money into that also. We put another $200 or $300 into it before we sold it. Craig, my uncle says that all the time to my cousin, whose name is Bobby. Every time I think of that, King of the Hill and Hank saying that, I think of my cousin and my uncle. No, my uncle ain't Hank. That would be funny though, right? I mean, I am in Texas. My uncle was named Hank, and my cousin being named Bobby. You know what's funny thing is my cousin has blonde hair too. Where we was today, Ronald, the guy was cleaning up. The guy we sold the zero turn to was cleaning up from tornado damage out there. He really wasn't in Land Passes, but he was out there on the Kempner Land Passes line out there. Sometimes you wonder if Arlen was actually Colleen because Bill was in the military. This is the only, well, it could be, I mean, it could be San Antonio or it could be over there in El Paso, but makes you wonder if he actually based Arlen off of after Colleen. Hot toolbox.
Yeah, a lot of these storms is really tearing people's places.
And I think I heard that tomorrow we're supposed to get more storms back through here. It seems like it's hitting every Sunday.
Never fails.
But we get years with weather like this, and then the next couple of years, it'll be dry. And we'll be wishing for rain. That's how it is here in Texas. I wish someone would say supper's ready here. I'm hungry. It actually fired up at Alexander before I loaded it on the trailer. The starter might have went out after that.
Hey, horses.
I got lucky and over here, even though I was closer to Copper's Cove here, on the cyclone I live in, we didn't get no storm damage. Well, maybe a few little twigs knocked out of the tree. That's it. Got much needed rain.
Don't mind any of the noise. I'm out playing around in the shop because I have nothing better to do.
Hi, horse. I think it's been a wet year pretty much everywhere. Well, yeah, I hope tomorrow is better for him. I was about to ask the where's Ed question. No. Yeah, we tried to be honest and decent on it, but sometimes though when you sell stuff as is and you fix one little problem for them, every little bit they'll call and have some new issue. I've been there, done that.
My new China carb that I got for the old tub has actually been working pretty good.
That's good. It's a hit and miss. Sometimes you get a bad one, sometimes you get a good one.
This was a $17 carburetor. Starts right up every time.
I had one. One of the ones I bought wouldn't idle. Next one idle fine.
The one that was originally that kept giving me problems, so I decided it was time to throw a new one on it.
Yes, it's a hit and miss, Craig. Sometimes you get a bad carb, and sometimes you get a good carb. That's what you get when you buy Chinese quality stuff.
I got one for the Code Cadet, and I got another one for the 414 8-wheel horse with a Magnum in it.
Yeah.
That's also a good one. So I got two good ones.
See, now I got the single cylinder M12 Magnum, and its style carburetor it has on it, I can't find a aftermarket version.
Dude, you can get like a number 30 carb off eBay, and it'll fit right on there. Well, you might need a number 28 to use the 12 force.
I just rebuilt it and did it the right way.
Being a 12 force, it might be a number 28. Number 30 might be a little too rich for it.
Ronald, was it stopped up? Is that why you had to replace the muffler on the chainsaw? I get to fix all the wiring now that the goats are gone. We sold the goats, so now I can fix all the wiring on the stuff they ate up. Like rewiring my trailer that they ate the wires off of that I only had a year.
Yeah, this is the Almighty Beast.
Nice. I think I got the same deck on my wool horse.
Yep, the 60.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I got 48.
Yeah, that's what this one is. This is a 40. I don't know what I was saying. Toro Wheel Horse XI.
Yeah, mine's from like a 2001 model. But the good thing is they never really changed the deck for many years. They kept the same deck until they.
We also have a Toro 522 XI, which is one of the layer wheel horses. And that one has a 60-inch underneath it. That one's the 448, that's the gear drive. The XI has the hydrostat, but it has cruise control.
See, I got hydro, so I don't need cruise control.
Yeah, the XI has the foot pedal hydro, so when you let off, it stops. But it has the cruise control you can walk in. Because they're more of an estate tractor is what they are. They're made to cruise estates all day long.
Yeah, when you got a hydraulic, you really don't want to do dirt engagement with them because you can wear those hydraulics out.
Yeah, this one has the 22 horse Kohler twin in it. Here's the next motor. It's got power steering, all the good stuff. Power steering.
Oh, wow.
Brake.
Is that one of those D-Series?
Yeah.
And they're pretty pricey when you
high wheel range. Yeah. But then about the XI2, it has some high and low range along with the cruise control. Actually, we did have one. We had a Toro 523 DXI, which was the diesel version.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And we've had LXIs, the 520 XI. We've pretty much had most of the XIs. Pretty much most of all the XIs.
I think Wheel Horse is the only mower I have ever mowed with that cuts is about as good as a zero turn.
Yeah, my dad had a Simplicity a long time ago, and he said that thing cuts so nice.
Mine cuts nice, and I need blades.
Yeah, that's the thing about the Wheel Horse blades. They can still be crappy, but they'll cut good.
Yeah, mine are getting they're starting to get a little small.
Yeah. The ones in the XI, the original ones, had cracks in them from hitting stuff.
Yeah.
They were still cutting like brand new blades.
The only time I have issues with it with the old blades and when I need to replace them is when I go into thicker stuff, it bogs down.
Yeah.
Heck yes, I wish I didn't buy those goats. Those goats eat the wiring off of everything.
Yeah, they're bad.
I'm glad I don't have goats. I'd probably be going insane.
And see, the horses ain't that bad. The horses don't do anything like that.
That's right. I think you guys deserve it. I'm going to give you a little sneak peek of a project. You want to see this action I got going on here. Diesel Rat Rod coming soon.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
I'm going to put a different style hood on it. We're going to do a different hood, but other than that, it's going to have a 416.8 hood. I'm just going to have to cut a different hole for the diesel because that was made to fit a K-series.
I would like to do a diesel on one.
No,
Waters where you actually sold them.
Yep, this one is the one I got in there is a 1963 Hatch diesel, and it's air cooled. So I don't got to deal with the radiator.
Yeah.
But it has no electric start, so.
Another thing is I can now put customers' mowers back out where they're supposed to be. I had to keep all of them in my backyard because I couldn't have goats eating wires.
Yeah. Goats are nice for keeping the grass short, but when you have them around equipment, that's when it gets annoying. Yeah, I'm on my phone, so if anybody saying anything to me in the chat, I can't see it because I'm on my phone.
Okay.
I mean, Hangouts.
Hey,
Let me
Brett,
look that up, Ronald. I ain't got no. I don't have a Troy. I don't have no Troy belts, but I had plenty of them with that engine on there, or with the plastic carburetor type engine.
yeah, I don't know what Google's thinking about by trying to get rid of Hangouts.
I know it's going to hurt us, but you know what I was wondering?
I've been wondering what that's all about.
Yeah,
Boggles my mind.
I was wondering though if we could use like a stream software and go through like a group chat on like Skype or something, and just have it linked to the live stream somehow. I'm sure someone will figure something out.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have to look, Ronald. I might have one.
Yeah, it's supposed to be going out in October of this year.
Yeah, so I guess we'll better all be getting to do some research to figure it out soon.
Well, it's saying that the Google Hangout service is shutting down for G Suite users or G Suite users in
So
October.
they have something to replace it.
Well, it's saying it will be replaced by Hangouts chat and Hangouts Meet. So I think they're just flipping it over to something different.
I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, we'll find out soon.
Yeah, they're saying this information's been out since January 23rd of this year.
This is the first time I got a message when I hit the broadcast button.
Okay.
I'm gonna mute myself. I'm gonna make some noise.
Okay.
It said Google Hangouts is not shutting down, it's just rebranding.
Gotcha. They're probably just changing the name of something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, Google Hangout Air is the message I got about. But I'm sure YouTube will replace it. The air part.
Well, this is what I'm seeing. I'm going to the Tech Radar, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna put this in the chat so everybody in YouTube land can see it. They can check it out and see what's going on with it.
My computer's so slow today. I guess I need to clean some stuff off of it.
Yeah, if they ain't making money off of it, they're not wanting to keep it.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. It looks like their next one, they're trying to find a way to make people pay for it.
Yeah, I can't understand why they think they have to make money every turn. I mean, the service is not really costing them anything whatsoever.
And these big live streams on YouTube, they're making money. So
Yeah, those are the ones that, you know, if they've got, you know, 1 million subs, why not charge them $1 or $2 a month? You know, for ones like us that's under 100,000 or 200,000 subs, you know, why should it affect us? Period.
I mean, if it was only a few dollars, I wouldn't mind it as bad. But if it's going to be a lot,
yeah.
Because I'm sure I waste more than $10 a month on stupid stuff.
I do that every day.
I mean, I really like to eat out.
See, with YouTube and Google being the same entity, you know, if you're making money off of YouTube, you know, just deduct it from, you know, what you're making.
Yeah.
If you're not making anything off of YouTube, why bother?
Yeah.
But I guess, you know, all these businesses seems to think that, oh, we got to make money every turn. Forget about the people who don't, you know, are limited on income or not making anything.
Really?
Well, when everything went, you know, corporate, they got to keep their shareholders happy.
Robert Waters says, I think it was said they were losing money on YouTube. I can't figure out how they could be losing money when they got all these ads on YouTube now. Maybe when it first started out, when they didn't have ads, but now they got ads everywhere you turn.
Yeah, I'm not understanding how they're losing money to begin with, because, I mean, like you said, with all the ads that people have loaded up in their channel on their videos and stuff, you know, some of the videos that I've watched will have a minimum of 3. And then there's been some that I've watched that I'll have 10 or 15 loaded up.
Yeah.
And if I see that, you know, I might watch to see if it's going to be worth watching.
Yeah.
Because I'll watch YouTube videos just to be watching something.
Yeah.
But if they got it loaded up like that, I'll just turn it off.
And when you go to the main screen, there's ads.
Yeah.
If Google wasn't such a big company, someone would probably built up another platform already that would that is true, Robert Waters, and it takes a lot of electric, and those server rooms has to be kept really cold to keep those servers going.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. I mean, you know, a company that size, to be honest with you, you know, we look at the price of hard drives per unit. They look at hard drives at the price per case or pallet's worth at one time. So they're probably spending $2 to $3 on a hard drive versus us spending, you know, $60, $70 per hard drive. Don't let them fool you. They buy their stuff in bulk, so they get it a lot cheaper than what we could.
But it does take a lot of electric to run all that.
Well, have you seen where they were converting over to these newer power units?
Mm-mm.
Eliminate as much of the grid power as possible. I mean, they got solar power farms, and they also have generators that run off of propane.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're really really eliminating how much power that they're using by going that route.
And they are guys. They are does seem to make it harder and harder on the small channels here lately. It's harder to grow. It's harder for us to grow. When YouTube first came out, I remember being on YouTube when it first came out. You could grow quick on YouTube when it first came out. Now the small channels grow slow.
Robert, in a way, you're right, and at the same time wrong, because they're the ones who caused a lot of the channels not to be monetized.
Yeah.
I mean, they are the ones who boosted up. You got to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours
Yeah.
watch time in order to be monetized. They did that themselves. That wasn't us.
Yeah, you used to be able to be monetized at any not that a small channel with that ain't getting a lot of views is making much money on the ad revenue. But then again, sometimes on these live streams, I've seen us smaller channels get as many people watching as the big channels.
Yeah. Well, it depends on the channel too.
Yeah.
You know, you've got a lot of small engine people out there, but it winds up being, you know, the time zone is what really hurts us, because you got people overseas, you got, you know, people
Yeah.
in the U.S. When you're looking at 3 to 5 hour time zones just in the U.S., you're looking at multiple time zones across the globe. So, well, you know, yeah, yeah. Well, see, Robert, they should have, instead of, you know, pretty much hurting all the small channels because of that organization, ISIS. They should have locked them all together. I mean, you got several channels out there that are, you know, against humanity to begin with, and those are the ones that should have been blocked.
I want to celebrate getting my first bike too.
Well, manpower is easy to find channels like that. I mean, look at how many trolls are out there, you know, trolling channels, you know, causing problems. Those are the channels that need.
They rather nitpick on channels that shows guns and stuff, and instead of knocking down stuff like propaganda videos.
Yeah.
But I'm not
What's your thing about YouTube?
going to get on that here. I'm not going to get into the whole that kind of stuff here because we heard a lot of people feeling when we start talking about stuff like that.
Yeah, I going that route.
It's all outdoors channels, though, because they really got hit hard with the reforms.
Yep.
Yeah. What are you doing, horses?
I'm cleaning off my bench.
Oh. Sound like you was playing spin the candle.
I'm just doing a little bench cleanup, removing some sawdust. I turned some poplar yesterday. Talk about soft wood. It was insane.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I turned a small log, and you have a carbide tool, and it peeled it like it was nothing.
Yeah, air filters are very dangerous.
Exactly. This item is known by the state of California to cause cancer.
Let's just ban air filters. We'll just run engines without it and just let it suck all kinds of stuff into the engine.
Yep. Much healthier for the environment, right?
Kind of like those gas cans, those EPA gas cans. You get more gas on the ground than the mower.
I have some of those stupid, I call them the Cali cans. They're Briggs diesel cans, but you have to help hold them up and push the nozzle in before they can start pouring the fuel. They're freaking annoying. That's why I call them the Cali cans.
Not really sure, Alexander. They are dropping a hammer on a few channels.
They've been like big channels. They've been taking their money away from them, their ads away from them. They can't make no money off their videos. And these are big channels with millions of viewers.
Yeah. Yeah, they done pretty much slow down on paying out as much as they are.
Yeah. But some of those YouTubers have other ways of making money, merchandise and.
Yep.
YouTube is probably at the end of the day after they get so big, it's only like a small amount of the money they're actually making.
And the way YouTube has been going in and taking away people's subscriptions from other channels, taking the bell away, and then they tell you, well, you need to do this, you need to do that. Well, we understand we need to do certain things, but that's a given. But stop taking away our subs, ones that are truly subs, not ones that are bought like some channels have. Those are the channels you need to be going after. Stop worrying about, channels that are actually working hard on trying to grow their channel.
Yeah, that is true, Robert.
Here's some channel. I haven't watched any of his videos in a while, but there's this channel I used to watch a couple of his videos, even though I'm not subscribed to him. He does like a lot of mousetrap stuff. And he always has to like blur out the mice getting killed for YouTube reasons.
Yeah.
So like if I want to post a mouse getting freaking killed by a trap on YouTube, I will. And I'm not gonna blur it out.
I know there's a lot of people that love animals, and I love animals too. But when it comes to a rodent that carries diseases that could kill you, there's a line that needs to be met there.
Yeah, have they forgot about the Dark Ages?
I guess they think that we don't really realize that critters like it. They the whole black fever thing that happened years ago was not really caused by the rodent. but actually caused by the fleas that the rodents were carrying.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's possible that, you know, even your dog or cat could carry those exact same fleas.
Oh, in Texas, fleas are terrible.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. Here's something. I gotta go check it out.
I'm an animal person too. I'm all about animals, but when it comes to rodents, I'm like, no way.
Yeah.
Rodents are not welcome at my establishment.
Yeah, I try and any mice they get around me, they don't, you know, well, it's not my channel, so I can't really say what happens. So.
Yeah. Yeah, usually when I get a mouse around me, it's like it's got a guaranteed chance it's not going to move much longer. And that top will create some dust, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, that's true, Alexander. And give us you know, an exact word for word what you would prefer not to be in the videos versus, yeah, here's a video platform, make your videos, and then we'll tell you whether or not, you know, it can be allowed. See, that to me is wrong. Like, here's a job, go do it, without, you know, telling you exactly what you expect of that out of that job.
You know what I could see though? People getting really mad at YouTube and then creating their own social media platform and upload videos.
Yeah.
I could see that day coming.
I had someone get mad at me for killing skunks. And skunks around here at the time was, well, there was finding a lot that had rabies. I didn't want them around my animals.
Yeah. See,
I killed everyone I seen.
Oh, the biggest things that skunks eat is yellow jackets. That's their favorite meal.
But if they got rabies, I don't want that around the farm.
Yeah, I don't blame you there.
You know, you can almost social media if we had enough YouTube. And instead of calling it YouTube, we could call it WeTube.
Yeah.
I could see doing that though if we all get like that's it. We're done with YouTube now. Their farms is creating a whole new platform.
It would have to take someone with a lot of money though to set up a server room to actually be able to do that. But some of those big YouTubers got together, they could do that easily.
That little Harbor Freight drill press I have has actually been a pretty decent drill press, but the chuck won't stand a darn thing.
Yeah, that's one thing you'd probably have to change out on those.
It's like I'll be working with it. I can drill wood; it'll go right through. But when I go pull it up and the bit gets stuck, it yanks the chuck right off.
I got a skill one. I've had it for the last 8 years, but I about wore out the plastic pulley.
You should be able to replace those pulleys.
I couldn't find them. I'm trying to find an electric motor. I'm trying to see if it's cheaper to replace the. I got a big stand one. Trying to see if it's cheaper to replace the motor or just buy a new new drill press.
The only good thing I've had come out of Harbor Freight so far is my lathe, and I've beat on that thing, and it will not. I mean, for a Harbor Freight lathe, it's been pretty good.
A lot of times, if you search on Facebook Market, you'll find drill presses and things like that.
See, I don't use mine for wood. I use mine mostly for metal, so that's why I wear them out so fast, or why I'm wearing it out.
Yeah.
So if you're going to buy anything from Harbor Freight before I can start a wood lathe, that's the place to go because they actually work really, really good. Because that's what mine is. Mine's just the Harbor Freight Special. It's been pretty decent.
I think I'm gonna buy the Harbor Freight metal lathe.
Yeah, I've seen some videos on them. They actually seem to be pretty decent.
Oh yeah.
Everybody tells me I should save my money and just get an old one, but the problem is y'all see my shed. I ain't got much room for something big.
Yeah, we used to have an old app. That thing was a boat anchor too.
So I see drill press is like the 10-inch Delta drill press. $100.
That I have from China.
I broke
I
mine
think it's so.
first use.
Yeah.
I was mad.
My bandsaw came from China but it's a much better product to come from there because I think it has sold up to a brand name quality standard, so that's why they're so good.
The only ones I've seen local for sale has always been the big industrial metal lace.
Yeah, you don't really need that big. I mean, industrial lathe would come in nicer things, but for like what you're doing, you don't need anything that big.
I was telling my one Texas key keeper, Ray, that it's coming to a time a lot of these older machinists are starting to pass away, and it's getting hard to find people that'll machine small engines and tractors for the antique stuff we worked on. I told him it's going to come down to the time we're going to have to learn how to do that kind of work.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these new guys that's taking over these machine shops only want to do cylinder heads and stuff like that.
The only other good thing I've really had to come out of Harbor Freight is that drill bit kit I bought, and it's been also pretty decent. Of course, I got the decent brand. As I am going metal, so it'll last a long time.
Yeah. Just got to make sure you keep your bits lubed while you're using them.
Yeah, I use it for just wood stuff, and I see metal.
See, a drill press like what Nate's got is hard to find. I see one here on Facebook Market for $25. But
I
it's
see a Unimog for sale, $21,000. Unimog would be cool to own.
has a lot of cash.
Yeah. See, that's probably a good thing that I ain't rich, because I would buy a lot of stupid stuff like that.
I'll tell you what, though. In the future, I do plan a bigger lathe.
I plan a bigger shop. I need to hit the lotto so I can buy that bigger shop.
If my shop was cleaner, I'd do a quick tour.
There we go. There it is. How cool would that be?
Oh, nice.
That's sweet. If I could figure out how to get a camera set up for the lathe, I'd do some turning videos, but I don't have a place to set up a camera.
See, this is what I look for, stuff like this right here. Shopsmith. Got the drill press, table saw, lathe, bandsaw, sander, and joiner. $720.
Yeah. Ronald, my shop is like a 10 by 12 shed in my backyard that I've done commercial work out of for years. I have a barn up there with electric so bad in the dirt floor, and there's really no way to secure it good. But I used to use it.
I think my next large Harbor Freight purchase, when I can afford it, is going to be a 70-gallon dust collector.
Ronald, you're right about that, because the more stuff you see, the bigger your shop has to wind up being. You might as well just go ahead and buy a warehouse and
Yep.
with a couple of floors on it and just start building from there.
I hear there's a garden tractor collector in Kentucky who has like a 3-story barn. It's huge, and it's nothing but garden tractors. And they say most of them run.
Good grief.
We do have one tractor we plan on restoring this summer if we get to it, and I'm sure we will. We still have my it'd be my great uncle's RJ58.
I still got that John Deere 110 that's got to be done, and I'll probably sell it once it's done and go on to the next project.
Yep, my dad's uncle bought that RJ58 new, and it's been in the family ever since.
Wow.
So it's been a
The only
one.
right side with that barn is I can store stuff that I don't use all the time up there in the barn. Especially now the goats are gone, I can actually store more up there. But you know what sucks, Robert, is doing small engine work and not actually on the bigger stuff, not having a real good area and losing little parts. When you got concrete, it's a little bit easier to find it than you do on the ground. I've done a lot of mobile repairs.
You see what Alexander's got?
Yeah. Buy a standalone one. Don't buy the one that's all together because they don't work right. Buy a standalone one. If you're doing simulation printing, maybe I think I probably pronounced it right. I'm probably wrong. You have to use the special coated mugs. They're about $2.50 a piece. American dollars. I don't know what that is over there. I go into a bigger, actual shop. I stay pretty busy here, but the commercial rent here is so high that it would be crazy. I wouldn't have no money at all by the end of the day, and I would have to raise my prices up so high that I don't think nobody's gonna pay $100 an hour for a lawnmower repair. I don't know. There might be some crazy person, but not a lot.
Could you imagine that? They'll get $100 an hour.
I charge 50 as right now.
That's not too shabby.
No.
I need to get back to making ornaments.
I know, Robert. I know a lot of the shops around here charge like $125 an emergency fee an hour, and someone just has to have theirs done right away and not wait for it.
What's up,
Hi,
guys?
Harold.
Let me mute this thing.
Hey, Harold.
What's going on, guys?
Same old, same old.
And not much. I'm out cleaning up the shop.
I hear you.
Wood area.
Hey, horse, I ain't seen you in a while. David?
Wow.
I haven't took up reloading yet, Ronald.
Sure.
Of course, what I
I'm
have,
cleaning up my.
the ammo's cheap enough I don't have to reload. But I've
I'm
been
over here having
thinking
fun
about
cleaning up my wood shop.
Brandon, what you been working on over the weekend?
repairs, zero turn, push mowers, the usual.
What's that noise in the background?
Probably me. TV's going. Is it too loud?
Yeah, just a little bit. Don't want Brandon
Alright.
getting a copyright strike.
All right. Let me, hang on.
Ronald,
I'll be back.
will probably think about reloading eventually self because that gun he just put together, the 300 Blackout, the ammo ain't cheap. He got it. He don't even like shooting it much because of the price of the ammo. I was like, I'll stick to my little 22s. Yeah, they're little, but you can afford to shoot them.
Nice. Oh, go let him.
It's time for food for me. I'm really hungry. I wish someone would. Y'all know I like auctions, right? Well, I can't really show y'all that much, but I can turn it up there just a hair and give y'all a sneak peek without getting kicked off too much.
Oh, I see what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Directly behind you.
by the Hot Wheels.
Oh, yeah.
I bought that for $40 at auction.
Oh, nice.
After I bought that carbide turning tool, I said to myself, I'm never going back to high-speed steel. This carbide is so much nicer to work with.
And
Well,
carbide.
actually, Robert, you can take down a lot of things with the 22 if you know what you're doing. My uncle always says every gun collector has at least one 22. Well, I own 3, so I'm ahead of most. I still gotta get the parts ordered to build my AR so I can for a hog gun because me and my uncle's gonna take up hog hunting. I'll only do the online auctions. I can't stand standing there in a bunch of people. So I do it the auctions where they bid online, and then I'll go pick it up from the auction house.
There you go.
The one I bid from right now, the one I usually go through, the guy who owns it is the sheriff of Bell County, the county I live in. See, I wish YouTube wasn't like the way it is because I would make a lot of videos when I go out to the range. Me and my uncle go out to the range as often as we can to go shoot. We like going target shooting. Heck, one time we went shooting and there was a thunderstorm, and the guy was still letting us shoot out there in the range. We were striking down real close by, and we still out there shooting.
That's what you got.
Sometimes, Robert, they do get high, but sometimes you can get good deals. You just have to watch them. Sometimes you got those old guys with money, and they'll run, especially guns, they'll run prices up higher than what you can go and get one new. And we got stores like Academy, you can get new guns for a little bit of nothing next to auction prices. Oh, selling stuff. Yeah, I never tried selling stuff. Yeah, I like that's the one in Gatesville, right? Well, these online auctions that I'm going to, it's like being there in person in a way. It's just they switched a lot of the auction houses, especially here with this heat, switched to online auctions instead of in-person auctions. I bought almost a whole shop of small engine parts, new old stock small engine parts. I've never been to that one. I've been to the one in Gatesville for $80. I loaded it up over there in Covers Cove, loaded up a whole truckload of small engine parts for $80. And I'm talking I got 2 of the new old stock valve guide kits in the boxes. I sold one of those on eBay and paid for what I bought that auction stuff for. Then I just kept one for myself. I'll have to check that one out. The one in Cove. Yeah, I bought a whole bunch of new old stock mower parts. It was a state auction over there in August.
Tractor show I'm going to in July. Then Advantage Garden Tractor called America's actually holding their show up there this year. That's why I'm trying to get that before I have back in the running shape so I can take it down there to the Michigan show.
Hmm.
Now that I'll try and get video of that if I can do end up going.
Yeah, a lot of them shut down here, Robert. The only big shop here is in Copper's Cove, next town over, AJ's, and they've been open forever. The one here in Killeen, the big shop here in Killeen, SNL, shut down. Then before that, we had downtown. There was one, I believe it was called. Man, what was that called? It's a church now, across from Tank's Pub, which was a Mexican restaurant at the time. Hey Ronald, does that range have? Is it just paper targets, or do they have metal targets too? I like to go to ranges that have the metal targets. Paper targets you get bored after a while, but the metal targets, I guess here in that Dean. I don't sell much parts here, Ronald. I just don't have place for it. I still go to AJ's sometimes when I need parts that a customer just can't wait. They're a little pricey, but you know that's just the part of no pricier than after you pay shipping for Park Street. They got a place to shoot shotguns because we bought this double gauge 20 this double barrel 20 gauge side by side, and we ain't took it out to shoot yet. We got a bunch of shells for it, and we still ain't took it out to shoot yet. We bought it there at the Big Action Pond on Fort Hood Street. That's okay, Harold. Awesome. I'll check that out. Me and my uncle's been checking out a few. When it's raining out, we go to that indoor range. Not the one on Fort Hood Street, but the one down Mountain Creek. We go to it. But you know, my uncle's got AR 300 blackout, so it's not very big for that area, or for shooting one of those. It's okay for pistols. Night, Harold. But for shooting those bigger guns, it's nice to have a place where you can go that has 100 yards. I'm probably gonna get a strike for talking all this gun stuff. Oh well.
Nah. As one would say, it's all talk and no show.
Yeah. My uncle's been going to pawn shops. He's got a buddy at pawn shop. He's been buying the guns that they have on sale for cheap that has messed up stocks and restoring them. He just did a Marlin 60.
Oh, nice.
I think he said he only paid 80 for it.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah. Well, he didn't want to pay much because you can go to Walmart and get a Marlin 60 for under 200, I believe.
Yep. And most of those, depending on the area, will have to be ordered.
I have been to the range. I've been to the range on Mountain Creek, Florence, Gatesville. That's the lot 3 I've been to. Yeah, but you know, when it comes to making metal sculptures, I always say it's not good enough, so I never tried to ever sell. So I just make metal sculptures for myself, like the Bender. The guy made out of valve springs and spark plugs. Has a little chainsaw piston. And then one of the earlier creations, a fisherman made out of some metal. Let's see this good. I don't have to hand it right there. Horseshoes and a washer and nut. And to me, I just don't think my stuff's good enough, so I don't try selling it. You know what I don't like about ranges? The ones that you go to and the guys hover over you. There's a couple like it's like that. When you go to the ones that's more laid back. I mean, yes, you got people at range control. You got people watching, but not hovering over you.
Yeah, they shouldn't be hovering anyway, because if that gun backfires or anything, they'll be the first ones to get hurt.
Well, some of the ranges, if your gun jams, you have to leave it for them to unjam. I don't have that much of an issue. I ain't had my guns ever really jam because because I clean them. I clean them often. If I go to the range, I come home, I clean my guns before I put them up.
And Jay Young is just on fire. Every time I turn around, he's online live.
Yeah, I know. I try to make it to his live stream about once a night when I can. The indoor ranges are bad for it, Ronald. I don't know why they are, but they're terrible for hovering over you. One gun, though, that my mom has at Jams is, I can't pronounce it. Is it Sky or something? I'll just type it in here into the chat. I've cleaned it and everything, and that gun jams. She needs to send it to the manufacturer.
That CRC works pretty good. That's the only thing my grandfather trusted in his guns.
And she only bought this 9mm because it was pretty and pink. But that gun jams. I cleaned it and everything. It had a lot of metal shavings when I took it apart. And we're not running cheap ammo. I don't run cheap ammo in anything but my revolver. I'll run it in the revolver. The 22 revolver, it don't care. I was wondering if it's the mags because they're the springs are really stiff and really hard to load. I like revolvers. You don't have that much issues with revolvers. Maybe the magazine just needed, the springs just need to be broke in. Maybe it just needs to be shot more. It didn't do it all the time, but at least once every time you load a mag, it would jam once.
Yeah. I have heard of people overloading their mags, trying to get that one more shot in there.
Yeah.
What messes the spring up in it.
Well, I always load it for my mom. She never loads her own gun. We got 2 revolvers here. We got my Heritage Rough Rider 22, and then we got a, I believe it's called a Llama 38. The Llama 38 shoots pretty good, but the sight, you have to aim a little high. The sight shoots a little low on it. The Heritage 22, that thing's dead on accurate. And then I bought a little cheap Savage off from Walmart. So I figured this gun's going to be terrible. $99. I was like, this is going to be the worst rifle I've ever bought. I took it out to the range, and I was hitting targets pretty close at 100 yards with that little 22. I was amazed.
Nice.
I haven't found the ammo, though. I got to find the ammo for this guy. The HR 38. It takes, I think it takes 38 Smith & Wesson. Problem is we bent this pin. It still rotates. We bent this pin right here, trying to remove it. I have a feeling it's gonna have to be took fully apart, and the pin's kind of be driven out with a brass punch. But this one right here is 100 years old.
Good grief.
I checked the barrel and stuff. There's no cracks in it. I believe with the right ammo, it'll fire. But that was my $45 gun, or my $40 gun from the auction. I guess there ain't much market. Nobody really wants an HR because every time you see on an auction, they ain't going for much. In fact, when I'm looking, I might look at the auction right now. See, usually they run those prices up for guns. I mean, this is Texas, of course. We love our guns here, but they run them up high. You feel 100 years old? Let's see. We got a 4-wheeler. We got a giant tractor. We got a Harley. We got some Winchester rounds. 9mm rounds. Man, there's a lot of 22 ammo on here. Where does she get on here? If I remember right, the range I go to at in Gatesville, that guy has a 50 cal you can rent. Oh, I'm seeing a lot of old tools. I gotta get on here. I've been like collecting old tools and fixing them up. seen a lot of small engine stuff on here too, but I only buy mowers if there's enough room on them for me to make a profit.
Yeah.
For my personal use, I got plenty of mowers, and most of the time I use the customer's mower when they come for when they bring a zero turn in something to be fixed. I'll use their mower to mow my yard if it needs mowing.
I mean, it's the best way to test it.
Yep. Oh man, I'm seeing a lot of cool stuff I could be putting on my live stream wall back here. Then I'd be broke. I gotta order tractor parts.
I'd like to be able to get my hands on to a backhoe pretty cheap.
I don't think I could be turned loose with the backhoe. I'd be digging too many holes.
Hey, Wilkerson.
I will look. Sorry, I can't pronounce your name now. I'm sorry.
See a whole lot of these Aaron mowers here lately.
Those ain't bad mowers. The CEO used to hang around the Gravely group, Facebook group.
2 ATVs, you're right about that one. Cheap backhoe is not something that really exists.
And if it is, it probably ain't very good.
Right.
If you get one with a lot of hydraulic issues, that's going to get pricey.
Yeah, quick. Because sometimes those hydraulic lines can run you anywhere from $200 to $500 a piece.
Yep. Yeah, I don't need to be bidding on anything at this auction until I get the parts for my tractor. Because right now I don't have a tractor. And I'm hoping they bring the load of gravel soon so I can lay it out.
See, that would be the reason why I wanted a backhoe, is so to redo this driveway out here.
Yeah, my driveway is terrible. Where my dad drives a tow truck, but there's hose in this driveway that goes down probably 2 foot in some spots.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's bad. I'll tell you a picture tomorrow.
You don't need gravel. What you need is somebody to re-dig the entire thing.
Yeah. That ain't gonna happen. That will be called. Yeah.
What's going on, Kevin?
Thanks for having me on the panel. I didn't see the invite because I was still working on my project the whole time.
You didn't light your fingers up a little bit, did you?
No, actually, I was quite successful. Sorry, hold on. There you go. Sorry. I was quite successful. I finished it. It's done. Well, the solder joints are done.
Nice.
So I don't know how well you can see this thing. Let me get some light on this subject. Here.
Oh, that looks pretty cool.
That right there, it's all rainbow colored right now. If you can see it right there.
Yeah.
Because I've been heating it with the torch, so copper gets the rainbow.
I'll be right back, guys.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Sorry. But Yep, there's that nasty joint. And yeah, there's a nasty one on the top there. And then here's the nice ones that I did on the bottom. Because I relaxed for a little bit for maybe a half hour, and then I finished. It was like a half hour. Yeah. It didn't take me too long to finish it because realistically they don't take that long to make. It's just that, you just got to get to it. And when I'm trying to scroll up and chat and stuff and it's misbehaving and, trying to bring up the kick out screen, I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, I would touch up maybe the
They're 280Bs.
solder joints. I wouldn't even clean the copper, just a little bit, and then clear coat it.
Ronald, the landowners were supposed to be bringing us some gravel, but they never brought us any gravel.
Oh. Pardon me.
No, you good.
No, we got real fuming in here. If you see right there where I'm pointing, that's my fan. That's my ceiling fan. And it's on setting. It's on setting 2 right now. These things they don't take water very well, and I didn't realize that. And well, when I cleaned them, they were real nasty, so I cleaned them. And you're not supposed to clean them with water. So I might have ruined the structural integrity of a couple of them, and yeah, I don't know how long they're gonna last up there, but put it this way, they're not as thick as they used to be.
Yeah.
The holes kind of swelled up around the holes. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah. My grandfather had a blade break off of one of those when it was on the high setting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're lucky that nobody was in the room because it put it through a piece of 1/2-inch sheetrock all the way up to the metal bracket.
Yeah, well, a person isn't a piece of sheetrock, If you hit a person, you probably bruise them, might crack a bone, might knock somebody unconscious if they're silly to begin with.
Well, I don't know. Mine's metal.
I mean, my friends. Oh, jeez. I stayed over my buddy's house, and I slept on the couch, and I woke up in the morning one time, and I looked in their room. I'd never been in his room before, and I was just like, "Hey, man, what is up with your ceiling fan?" He's just like, "Why? What's wrong with it, Justin?" He gives me this look like, What's wrong with that? I'm like, okay, dude, that ceiling fan is so close to the top bunk. It looks like you could freaking get bopped in the freaking eye with that thing. It's just like, why? Whatever do you mean? Going to school with a black eye is fun, isn't it? Try explaining that to a guidance counselor.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy crap. So, yeah. I slept on the top bunk one day, and yeah. Brandon got one too.
If mine comes apart, it's probably killing somebody.
Oh! That one looks metal.
It is metal.
Oh, jeepers.
It's a final destination when I see stuff like this.
Oh man! But I woke up one morning. I had bunked over there, and I woke up in the top bunk one day, and yeah, I got bopped with that fan real good. I'm like, mother.
Mm.
And everybody in the family is laughing. My buddy, his brother, and his parents are all laughing because they know that sound. I'm like, oh my God. They're like, welcome to the family, Justin. I'm like, oh, damn. Oh, you freaking serious?
Initiation's a little rough, ain't it?
Dude. I've known those fellas a long time, and I've one thing I've known about them. They just I don't know if there was some kind of like nutrient deficiency or some malnutrition going on or something, but they end up with broken bones a lot.
Oh, that's like
like holy crap, you guys! Like his older brother stepped in a hole. He didn't know there was a hole in the backyard. It was only like 6 inches deep, but he ended up breaking his ankle.
oh, geez, hello.
Yeah, and we were in an accident where the car rolled over like 4 times. I'm not kidding. Me, my friend, and our other friend, and he come around a corner and had some sand, and we were, I don't know, we were going like probably 35 around a turn that we should have been going like 10 with sand.
Not
Yeah,
good.
we went right off the road into this like down this little embankment. We totally missed the embankment. Just and when we hit, we as we're going through the air, we're rolling. We hit the ground probably 20 feet from the road, and proceeded to roll a couple more times. It was, yeah, it was pretty gnarly. We were all fine for the most part, but Mike, the driver, he broke his collarbone, and he was in shock. And he had a bout of anxiety. He had a big panic attack, and he couldn't sit down. I couldn't, like, when you're in shock, people are supposed to make you sit down, calm down and breathe and relax, and he couldn't. So he had a broken collarbone, but I had some aches and pains, and the guy in the back seat was all messed up, kind of like, oh, he was really, really bruised up, but we were fine, and the car was a loss. It was a 84 Pontiac Sunbird wagon, and it's gone.
That thing become an 84 sardine can.
Yeah, that thing was toast. The roof was smashed in pretty bad. The hood was, there was no savable panels on the car. It wouldn't run anymore. Yeah, it was just completely a loss. 3 out of the 4 tires, I believe, were flat. Yeah, it was gnarly, bro. About a week later, Mike's brother Dave broke his collarbone doing something, but it was on the other side. So Mike broke his left collarbone, and Dave broke his right collarbone, and the two of them are sitting on the couch, right? I'm sitting in the chair across the room, right? We're all watching TV and stuff, and I see Mike sitting there, and Dave comes in the room and sits on the opposite end of the couch, and Dave's like this, got his arm in an immobilizer, And Mike's like this with his arm and immobilized. And I'm like, two of you. What am I going to do with the two of you guys? And they're like, they look at each other and then they look at me and they both like, shut up, Justin. So I was like, oh, shut up, is it? All right. You know what? I love you guys so much. And they're like, woo! I knew exactly what I was going to do. I was going to jump on the couch right between the two of them. And that's just what I did.
Got my salsa.
Hey, client.
I just made this stuff today out of stuff out of the garden.
You got some salsa?
Yep. Garden style.
Sweet. Love salsa. Awesome. Oh my goodness.
We did hit a few there, client.
Oh my goodness. Pardon me.
That sounds a little rough there, client.
Well, it's because we kept going to all the live streams. I was in the Small Imagination one, but I had 3 tabs going, and he was doing the same thing. He was hitting all the live streams last night.
Justin looks like he had a little south blown air.
No, I'm fine, client. How you doing, buddy? How you doing, Alex? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, chat. I haven't been talking much. No. I'm fine. I'm fine. It's not going to help anyway at this point. I really like that lamp, Brandon.
Thanks.
That's pretty cool.
It looked even cooler with the Edison bulb.
I know. It
It
does.
was,
It really
it was
does.
worth the investment in that bulb. Those bulbs ain't the cheapest, but that was well worth the investment.
I like making lamps too. I really do. It's very nice. I find it relaxing.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's just nice.
I just take metal and just start welding it together. I get bored. I start
I
welding.
wish I had a welder brother. Okay, I'm gonna go dye a little bit more. I'll be back.
Well, see, that fits the whole Small Engine Nation theme right there.
My lamp?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's out of a 5-horse flathead. That's out of, well, I think that's out of a flathead too. Of course, you got the starter clutch up here that I put on there. You got the flywheel. You got the cam shaft. I got it all.
Nice.
Yeah, I got the sign. Well, I don't know. I ain't looking at the thing. I was looking at the chat. I got that sign right there. I got it on sale at Tractor Supply. I think it was $5. I own a Farmall Cub. A lot of my other buddies are Farmall collectors, so we like red tractors. Don't care too much for the green ones. I even got a international wrench.
Nice.
I like that.
And then I did this with that printing and that heat press.
Cool.
This is my tractor plowing the field. Now if I can get it back in there now, I'm gonna go back in there.
Oh.
There we go.
Deer should be hunted.
I tell everybody all the time, especially when the John Deere's break down, There's a reason John Deere's are the color of money.
Jeez, man.
Oh yeah, I do got that Volkswagen hubcap. I forgot where I got that. I think I got it at a. I don't know if I got it at an auction to clean out or where I got it. I just put it on the wall. I also, if I remember right, this is a gas cap for a Camaro. I got the paperwork for it still. Came from the auction. I hope we get some real food here soon because this salsa is not cutting it. It's just making me more hungry.
Oh yeah.
I would like to get some more of these. These little steam engines are fun to run.
Hang on. Let me see. Oh yeah. That's cool, man.
They're bigger over there in England than they are here.
Oh yeah, they're pardon me. There's like community of people that make them things, and they share tips and tricks and hints and little secrets and stuff. And
They got a. I was watching on. I was watching a show on Netflix, and it was a carnival over there, and the whole carnival was ran off of steam and power.
yeah, yep. There's also a growing community of people that are doing Sterling engines.
Yeah.
Which I think are really neat.
We're also bigger into the model trains than we are over here. There's a lot of model train people over here, but they're bigger into it over there. I've had a few buddies that's been over in Germany, and they said the hobby shops over in Germany are like crazy next to what we have. Stuff you can get in the hobby shops over there.
Well, there's some hobby shops over here that would give those hobby shops a run for their money. It just depends on where you go in America.
Yeah.
We're like way, way bigger than Germany, dude. And there's a lot to see here. There's also a lot of open, empty land here, but no, we have an awful lot to offer. I'm not saying don't anybody go to Germany and check it out. Oh no, please go check it out if you'd like.
Just don't do what my brother-in-law did. You can grab some chocolates over there and bring them back and give them to the kids without reading the box that says it has alcohol in them.
Yeah, well, I mean that happens. That happens.
I mean, that's a good chocolate. It looks pretty good. But my nieces and nephews ate a whole box of it before we found out. He's always been kind of ditzy.
Well, a little tiny bit of liquor that was in them chocolates ain't gonna kill them kids.
Nope. That's the quietest those kids ever been. Y'all can probably hear in the background my mom yelling at the kids right now because my two nieces are in there fighting.
Yeah, happens.
Y'all talking about beer. I can't even drink beer. My stomach don't allow it. My stomach don't allow me to drink beer.
Well, why not? What's wrong? When
I drink a beer, it hits me like instantly. I get a sharp pain in my stomach.
Ah, that's weird.
So I just don't drink it. I got stomach issues, but I just don't want to go through the test. They think I got that because I get the canker sores in my mouth. They think I got that celiac because these are where people are allergic to gluten. I don't want to find out that I'm allergic to gluten. I like gluten.
Well, I mean, if you're a celiac, it means you can't eat cereal or bread or pizza or nothing.
Yeah. So I'd rather not find out. So why? I get some canker sores in my mouth every now and then.
Well,
I'm sure it causes a lot more issues than that, but
yeah, I have a friend at celiac. He's real sensitive too. He's got all his own pots and pans and dishes and
yeah.
utensils and things, and he doesn't let anybody use any of his stuff to cook with, because he doesn't want to have another episode with the allergic reaction to any kind of.
Yeah. And I think it also puts you at a higher risk for colon cancer.
I don't know, buddy. I don't know.
For sure, I read it up because what it is when you eat gluten, it attacks your colon when you have that disease.
I don't know. I'm not celiac. I'm very certain I'm not.
But they also think my canker sores could be stress, which it could be. I own a small engine shop. I deal with a lot of stress.
Yeah.
People are assholes. Oh man, I cussed on the live stream again.
Yeah. You can't take it back, buddy. It's fine. But this is also your live stream, so it's your call.
It happens every now and then.
It's your call, though. It's your live stream.
It happens from time to time.
Yeah, I've gone to a lot of y'all small education guys live streams, and I've at least heard y'all cuss a couple times.
I said that word on Stacy's last night, and I don't think anybody caught it. And if they did, oh well.
I call it.
Somebody for saying that word one time on a live stream. I promise you. I must have cussed like a dozen times in mine earlier today. So whatever.
I would do more live streams of while working on stuff, but it involves a lot of bad language. I'm not gonna lie. You get to working on that stuff. Just a lot of bad language.
No, this one wasn't too painful. It was all right.
Be right back.
Okay.
All right, just
Yeah. Just yawning. I'm kind of tired. I might go to sleep earlier tonight because, man, I got a wacko sleep schedule. I can't do anything about it either. I've been trying for decades to do something about it. It just don't work. I gave up. I was like, forget it. Forget it. It's not even worth trying to go to bed on time or anything like that. If I got an appointment, I just stay up all night. I'm like, whatever. I try to calm down and get some rest and whatever. But no, in the morning, I'm like, and I'm all bleary-eyed and like, now it's time to do what I had to do.
oh yeah.
I mean, that's just me. That's just how I am. I've always been that way my whole life. Yeah. I sleep during the day. So when I was a little kid, going to school was an absolute nightmare. Forget it.
I know that feeling all too well.
Me and school didn't last because I couldn't stand crowds. I got better as I got older, but I couldn't do crowded areas.
A lot of people have problems with crowds, but
And being a military town, the schools here are really overpacked. Like our classrooms have 20 to 24 kids in them each, or more.
yeah, I don't like grocery stores.
I don't like clothes shopping. I'll do anything to have to not go with someone clothes shopping.
Well, you can shop for clothes online now.
Yeah.
Delivered to you, and it's no problem. Then you just gotta watch your packages if you got an area where there's like thieves and things.
I'd rather dress like a bum than go clothes shopping.
Yes, please. But I don't like going grocery shopping, so I explored the option of getting my groceries delivered to my house, and it turned out I did it twice, right? For 3 times? I don't remember. Anyway, one time the guy was really good, but he forgot one of the boxes of food, and okay, well, he's human, whatever. He makes mistakes. That's fine. But I didn't hold it against him or anything. I gave him a tip, even though it was kind of my fault too that I, missed a box of food or whatever. Cute puppy. Oh, guess look.
He's gonna take my place on a live stream.
This cute little puppy dog. Look at him.
Do you want 3 lunch meats?
Sure. Whatever. Whatever you feel like doing. That's awfully cute, puppy.
That's
Well, anyway,
my mom's overpriced pup.
The last time that we got groceries delivered was the same company, and it was a different driver, a different delivery guy. There was an item in the hallway. He dropped it and he left it there. And he also wrote in his own tip. I wrote 10 for a tip, and I gave him 10 in his hand, right? So he would have ended up with 20.
Yeah.
But, for some reason, he felt it necessary to turn the 10 on the slip into a 4. And I don't know if he thought I was stupid or retarded or something, or I wouldn't notice or whatever. But no, I noticed, and I called the company. I was just like, yeah, I don't know if you're gonna fire this guy or whatever. That's completely up to you guys. But I'd watch him, and I want my money back. I want it back. And they're like, we will give you your money back immediately. Don't worry about it. And they gave me my money back. So
the only time I tried the delivery thing was I was too lazy to walk to Taco Bell. And let me tell you what, Taco Bell is, I could stand at the end of my driveway and see Taco Bell. So I had them deliver, when they was having that thing where they deliver for free. And by the time the woman got lost, and by the time she got here, my soda, the ice was melting my soda.
Oh.
Yep. No one likes watered down soda.
Oh boy. I remember there was a delivery place down the street from us, and they would ask us, you want delivery? And we're like, yeah, we're right around the corner. He's like, oh, don't worry about it. I'll be there in a few minutes. So not like 10 minutes later, the pizza's knocking at the door, and we're like, what the hell? He's like, yeah, you guys live literally down the road. We're like, yeah, we were going to walk over there and get it. He's like, no, don't worry about it. I need the exercise. Plus, I wanted a cigarette. So
there's probably 8 or 9 restaurants on this road that I live on.
Yep.
Walking distance.
He was a good dude. There was a good restaurant, and it's still in operation, but it's owned by different people now. And they probably still got guys that just hand deliver stuff, just walk down the street, because it's a very crowded neighborhood, and they're a good pizza place. They have really good food there. So.
CT, get back in here.
You know, I wish we could hang a sign like that on like most felines. That caution sign behind you.
Oh yeah, that was a thrift store find.
Oh man. All right.
Well, when I first moved on the street, the only restaurant was the hospital. So you had to go eat at the hospital unless you wanted to go to the other side of town.
Huh.
Ate there a few times because we didn't want to go across town to a restaurant.
Huh. Interesting.
You know, I've never been to the Tilted Kilts. I ain't never been to. Never even went to Richard Rawlings' garage before it closed. CD, come here. I'll show you real quick, Alexander. CD, come here. You're not CT, you're Rose. CT. Alexander is my pet you walk.
Oh. You see him, furry?
Yeah.
You see him, fuzzy puppy?
There.
There's a fuzzy puppy. He looks like a mogwai.
He's part Shih Tzu and part Chihuahua.
There's a really rude name you could make out of those two names.
Y'all want to hear something funny? My nephew named this dog. And while we call him CT instead of his actual name is, my nephew named this dog Chocolate Thunder.
Ah.
So that's why we call him CT for short.
Okay. Well, at least they didn't name him Chocolate Rain.
Yeah.
I mean, we are YouTubers after all. Oh my goodness. Bright light, bright light. We have you can't see him right now, I don't think, but can you see him? He's right on the dresser right there. Do you see?
Yeah.
Mogwai right there. You see him?
Yep.
There's a Mogwai right there. That's Gizmo from the movie.
You should stop biting.
And that's one of the original dogs from like 1980, whatever it was. That's one of the original ones when the movie came out. They are active today.
Yeah, the puppy thinks it's going to take on CT. And the puppy's just hyper. He likes to play. And hopefully she don't get under my desk and turn the computer off.
I think he froze. Yes, Ronald, isn't it always? No, the dogs are giving each other a hard time. He's just trying to run interference between the two of them. You still there, David?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just kind of scoping things out. What you chewing on now?
Sandwich. Crystal asked me what I wanted, and I'm like, whatever. And she put a sandwich in front of me. I'm like, thanks. Yeah.
Hey, Brandon, go get him something to chew on. You just dropped that on mine.
So, David, did you end up getting something to eat last night?
Yeah.
You were like, come on!
I was about to starve last night.
What did you end up eating?
Well, I wound up eating a pizza.
Let
I
me
eat
get
part of that pizza, that I got when I got home. And, the whole live stream just made me that much more hungrier.
and then afterward didn't help either.
And no.
Well, anyway, was it an extra large pizza with the green olives and anchovies?
No, it's just extra large pepperoni and cheese.
I knew the extra large was going to come into play somewhere in there.
Yeah. It was one of those $6 pizzas.
Mhm.
Yes, it's pretty decent. I didn't wind up waking up until like 4:15 this evening. Yeah. You got to think I worked all night Thursday night. I come home. I think I got about an hour, and then I was at it again. I worked all night Thursday night. I come home. I think I got.
Oh, sorry guys.
It's okay. Welcome back to your own stream, Brandon.
Yeah, as soon as I said that, she knocked the. So now I got to set up the webcam going again.
Yeah, your camera's kind of gray.
Yeah. Now my computer's being slow now that it got turned off. I think I got so many pictures on here right now. I needed to leave a bunch off from doing videos and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't keep anything on my computer anymore. I got me a external hard drive. Actually,
Yeah, I
I
should
just
get one of
went
those.
and I used the old hard drive from that derelict laptop we had.
Yeah, those work great.
Well, it's low impact on your derelict hard drives. You don't think your computer works very well. Okay, cool. Well, put it in this one of these enclosures, and then reformat the thing, and it doesn't take very long. Sometimes you got to pick away at it, and like do odd stuff to it. But
All right, back.
no, with this one I got it ship shape pretty well, so it's good.
Good.
No problem.
How to get back to the chat?
I even did a video on it, but I wouldn't recommend watching that because I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
All you had to do is give me a call. Has anybody seen or heard anything out of Matt? Not Matt, but Nate.
I think they went out there on the boat today. From what I've seen on Instagram.
I don't have Instagram.
I got a bunch of chickens, geese, and 2 horses. Got rid of the goats. I'm happy about getting rid of the goats.
Oh, why? Those guys are cute.
Yeah, but they was eating wires off everything and breaking into the garden and doing a lot of damage to the garden.
Okay.
And they kept escaping and getting out on the road. I live on a main road, a busy road.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I live on a 4-lane road. Well, y'all, I don't know. Some of y'all seen the roadside video, so.
Well, I need to holler at Nate, because I got something for him that he might wind up needing. That way he doesn't lose his videos again, like he did last time.
Oh yeah, Mason. They sure do.
We had 5 pygmy goats here, and the buck was okay, but there was 2 little does that was causing a lot of issues. They could actually jump straight up and over the fence.
Huh.
The only way I could have kept them was to raise the fence up, and I wasn't going to do that.
Yeah, goats are. If you're not used to them, you'll think they're nuts.
I've had other breeds of goats that wasn't as bad for jumping or jumping over fences. That was bigger breeds, but these pygmy goats, they was awful. I'll keep with my horses. They don't bother. They don't get into as much trouble. They cost me a lot in hay and hoof trimming and stuff like that, but they don't get in as much trouble.
Yeah, goats will jump on anything. They don't care. If it's taller than them and they can jump on it, if they can get up on it, they will.
Yeah.
They ate the wiring off my trailer. They ate the wiring off my tractor.
Hmm?
They got in the garden and ate all my pepper plants,
Well,
the green beans.
goats have a natural copper deficiency, and that's why they eat the wiring.
Yeah. Hey, I was feeding them feed with copper in it. Goats are just a pain in the butt. They just like to be a nuisance.
I was just messing around, buddy. I'm just saying.
But they really do have a natural copper deficiency. That's true.
Maybe. I don't know.
It is true. They actually have to have copper in their food. But you can't feed goat feed the sheep because the sheep can't eat the copper.
Okay.
Yeah, kill him.
Wow, that's weird. Cool.
I thought about getting sheep. I thought sheep would be less trouble than goats.
I'm no rocket scientist. I'm not a farmer either. So forgive my ignorance if I don't know whether or not sheep can actually jump over fences.
Yeah, I don't think I'm. We got a family that lives next door, Ronald. They cut us on we cut some grass for them, and they cut us on the bill. It was supposed to be 40, and they only gave us 30. I mean, it was only $10, but still, $10 adds up after a while. Stop chewing on that. Stop.
The goats are good for eating briars too.
Goats would be okay if they eat what you want them to eat, not what you don't want them to eat.
Well, if you feed them a steady diet of copper wire and tin cans, it'll be pretty satisfying.
Yeah.
You remember the cartoons we used to watch when we were kids, man? The freaking like the goats would just be like, meow, meow, and they go over the whole field and they just eat every damn thing in their path. They eat the fence, they eat half the house, and then like they're sitting there and there's like a tin can laying on the ground, and the goat would be like, just come over and just keep going.
Oh yeah.
I remember that stuff. Like the sheep too. Like
Yeah.
sometimes they'd have the sheep, like the sheep. They'd have a line of sheep, and then like the sheep would just like and just like eat the entire field with the greens. You're like, oh, I know it's a cartoon, but it's just like, what are those animals really like that? Well, take a gander, and you'll understand why they make silly cartoons about animals like that. And
Yeah.
why is the chicken up on top of the barn? Chickens can't fly.
Hey, my chickens are everywhere.
Really? Chickens can't fly? Really? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you think so? You think chickens can't fly? Then why the hell is it up on top of the damn barn?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wonder. Man, that blew my mind the first time I saw a chicken get up to the top of the barn. I'm like, there it goes. My goodness. I figured he
On the bright side, I got the goats to clean up the weeds and stuff out of the field when they took over this summer when the weeds come on. But I do get to try out that sickle mower on that farm I'll up. So
I've never seen a chicken fly in my entire life, except in a cartoon where, okay, yeah, a chicken's flying, whatever. It's a bird, but it doesn't. No, chickens totally fly. They totally do.
Yep.
They just don't fly very often, and they don't fly very far.
Yeah.
But it blew my mind. Like,
well, when you got chickens like that, you got goats. The chickens have to be able to outrun the goats. So they fly.
Hey, we got goats that flew here.
You got what?
Yeah, we had a goat fly. She was trying to steal food from the big horse, so the big horse picked her up and threw her.
I was gonna say, another animal must have thrown it, or you had a catapult you didn't tell us about.
Yeah, I'm shooting them over there behind me at those apartments that's out there being loud all night long partying.
Are you sure you weren't playing Virtual Goat? Have you ever played that?
Yes. That is hilarious.
Man, is that a trip or what, bro? I'm like, you've got to be. Oh, okay. And I sat there, watched this girl playing it, and she never got bored of it. She played it for like 7-8 hours straight. This girl, Nikki, I'm like, she never got bored. And I'm like, can I play this? And she's like, yeah, sure. I got to go to the bathroom.
Wow.
I can't. She came back and she's like, oh, no. Go up over there and do that thing with the. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, and it was on a computer. So we're like, to control it and stuff. It was just a trip, dude. It was crazy. I'm like, yeah, it was nuts. I like it.
Well, Alexander, this horse was starved down before we got him. He was a rescue horse. So he's a bit food aggressive.
What's that thing like? Okay. I don't know if you know this about this particular creature. I don't even know if you have any of them around where you live. Okay. But there's this particular creature that lives up in the northern climes here where it's this thoroughly disreputable and inhospitable creature that has these really, really sharp quills all over its back and its butt. And if you happen to run afoul of this little demon, you will pay.
That would be the porcupine.
Yeah, the porcupine is not one of your more cuddly creatures. It won't really actively like go after you, but yeah, if you do go after it, you will pay the price. Well, anyway, the porcupine has this little particular quirk about it. Since there's a lack of salt up in the north, like England especially, obviously, the porcupines, they crave it, just like a lot of the creatures out in the forest where there's no salt. they crave salt, and well, you go over to where they do a lot of logging and stuff. You go to their cabins and their facilities and stuff for the loggers that work there, right? And let's say it's off season, you know, and the porcupines will come out when nobody's looking, and they'll find an axe one of the loggers left behind, and they'll nibble the handle away for all the places where the salt from the person's sweat seeped into the handle of the axe. That's got sweat in it, and they'll nibble that away until, you know, all the sweaty parts of the shirt are gone. Let's say there's a truck with a busted window. They'll get in the truck that has the busted window, and they'll chew away the steering wheel where the person touched it with their sweaty hands. They'll nibble the seat away. The people sweat through their clothes into the seat. Everything that has any kind of salt on it or any kind of human sweat, nibble. They'll eat it all. They'll just munch it away. The damnedest thing I ever heard. I was like, "No, come on!" And then I saw some pictures of porcupine damage that these people were talking about. Like, I cannot believe the porcupines got in here. They destroyed everything. I'm like, what? What do you mean? Like, the porcupines were so destructive. They chewed everything. They chewed everything in the house. There's nothing in the house that they didn't have a nibble on. I'm like, why? And I found out it's because they crave the salt. I had no idea. I had no idea that porcupines were that destructive. Crazy, insanely destructive. It blew my mind. It absolutely blew me away. Could not believe it.
If you turn them loose inside of, let's say, something like Tractor Supply, where they have the salt blocks full of horses, that'd be the first thing it disappears.
And that's, you know, like, that's what I'm talking about. Like some kind of, like the goats have some kind of deficiency, so they nibble the wires and stuff. And the porcupines, they'll eat up your axe handle if you leave the axe out on the stump. You just got done working. If there's a porcupine nearby, they're lurking because they smell the salt from the sweat.
Well, so, you know what? Sometimes when horses don't have the right minerals in them, they'll chew on wood.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll just do it out of boredom too. So.
Huh. They get the cows like some kind of like protein blend, because the cows don't get enough protein from the oats and the hay that they eat, or whatever they feed cows. I know they eat a lot of hay and a lot of grass and things. Do they feed oats to cows? They feed them oats?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, my aunt fed hers corn, her beef cows corn.
Yeah, something like that. Corn. Yeah. Well, I know there's some kind of grain they fed them besides the hay. So they also put in like this. It's like this powder, this fine powder that they put in there, and it supposedly has some kind of like protein blend in it, and it's almost, it looks like it's green or gray.
Yeah.
But it's just like this like dust that they put in it, and like they shake it on top of the hay, and the cows come and they'll eat that, and they'll eat it right up. They don't care if it's got the dust on it or not. They'll still eat it.
My aunt fed hers alfalfa, which has a lot of protein in it, so it had to be that mineral.
Sure. I don't know a lot about it, but I know there was a show I watched, and the guy was like just throwing big scoops on these piles of hay, or maybe alfalfa or whatever. It was supposedly protein enriched because they weren't getting enough from just the hay or whatever. So I thought that was kind of neat, and it really blew my mind when I found out why the cows were getting mad cow disease. At first, I was thinking to myself, okay, cow fed cow. Yeah, okay, whatever. I guess they got to recycle them somehow. Then I'm like, no, man, that don't make no sense to me. What are you doing? I thought about it for a while. I'm like, wait, they did what now? Why did they do that? I don't know. I was thinking to myself, man, does a cow just eat whatever you put in front of it?
Pretty much kind of like a pig.
Yeah.
Oh.
A pig will eat you if you get knocked down in a hog pen.
Well, yeah, probably. I've heard rumors about that, and I've heard stories about it for years, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to be crawling around in a hog pen to find out.
What do they always say? A hog eats everything but the teeth.
Everything but the teeth?
Yeah, that's what I always heard.
Okay. Why wouldn't they eat your teeth?
I don't know, but that's a saying.
Okay.
I never seen someone get eaten by a hog, so I couldn't tell you.
Well, I do know this about hogs. You can eat every part of a hog except for the teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
They found a way to make 90% of the hog edible. Or 95%.
97%.
Okay. 97%. Oh, man.
Some people will eat their eyes.
My great grandma ate the brains in her biscuit and gravy.
I've eaten the brain, I've eaten the eyes. Yep.
Yeah, you won't see me eating that. They can have my share.
And then you got the testicles. Some people eat.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I like hog meat.
I ain't ate that yet. I haven't even eaten pig's feet. Nope, I haven't eaten that. But
Pickles pig's feet with saltine crackers is the best.
okay. Fair enough.
And then we take the smoked ones and we put them in beans and we cook them.
Okay. Beans.
Yeah, there's certain things on a pig that I will not touch. Chitlins is one of them.
I have not had chitlins either. I've had collard greens. That's not bad. I like collard greens.
Yeah.
I'll eat the collard. Yeah. But the collard greens is fine, but I have not eaten the chitlins. I know that's all just southern food, whatever, but I've eaten crawdad. I've had that. That's real good. I like that. But no, I haven't eaten chitlins.
Me either.
I haven't
My
had.
grandma was big on hunting turtles and eating them. And turtles are good.
Jowls, pig jowls. Or
Yeah.
snout.
Yeah, that.
I haven't had snout either. I know that the dogs like the pig ears. I know that. And I know that you should never.
That acts good.
There's one thing I know that you should never feed to a husky, and that's a pig ear. You should never feed a husky a pig ear. It'll give them a bowel obstruction. They love them. Oh yeah, my friend has a purebred husky, and a blonde one, and she's a great dog. Really, really cool dog. She's got to eat a high protein diet, and I figured, what has more protein than a pig? So we got her some pig ears, and we fed her one, and it gave her a bowel obstruction, and my friend had to take her to the vet. Remember that, Crystal? We felt real bad about it too. We were just like, dude, all we wanted to do was buy your dog a treat. That's it. We figured we'd buy the dog some pig ears, and she'd eat them right up, and she did. he had to get her to the vet. They had to. Oh,
when I was raising rabbits, a lot of people was taking rabbit ears when they butchered the rabbits and drying them out and smoking them for the dogs.
Oh wow. Oh. Those ought to come up real crispy.
Nothing like a little crispy critter, huh?
Well, yeah. One of Crystal's favorite animals is the rabbit, and she actually has rabbit foot. She has I got her some of them because they're real fuzzy and soft, and she likes them. So.
Sad. Now you got a 3-legged rabbit running around.
No, she has 5 of them.
Oh, the poor family. They're all in wheelchairs.
Later, Mason.
At least 2 rabbits gave their lives for these 5 rabbit's feet. My goodness. Yeah, but we'll see.
I've raised a lot of show rabbits back in the day.
Yeah, my friend, he raised pet rabbits, right? And he ran across this person that was giving away a couple of rabbits, but they were food grade rabbits. And he's like, "Huh, I'll take them, sure." And they're like, "Oh, you can raise these things and you can sell them as food and this and that." And he's just like, "Cool, awesome." So he brings them home and he's raising them, and he starts selling them as food. And the state came in. They said, "We hear you're raising rabbits as food. We got to let you know that your property is not zoned for raising livestock fit for human consumption." And he's just like, "Well, I run a pretty tight ship here. My stuff's not like filthy or anything. You can test for all kinds of pathogens and whatever. I'm not running a sketchy operation or nothing." And they're like, no, your facilities are fine. It's that this area of town is not zoned for raising livestock for human consumption. So he stopped.
Wow. That's crazy.
He the last few of them, he's just like, "Well, if I can't sell them as food, then I have to sell them as pets or give them away, and nobody's going to want to keep these things as pets." So he's looking at the guy and he's like, "You want one?" And the guy's just like, "I'm going to have to pass because, yeah, I have to." He was thinking
actually, the California meat rabbits and the New Zealand meat rabbits actually make good pets. They're actually very good tempered rabbits.
New Zealand rabbits?
New Zealand and the Californians.
Okay.
They're both meat breeds. The New Zealand would be all white. It would be big, and they're all white. And then the Californians are all white, but they have a gray nose on their tips.
Okay. Yeah. My friend, she's got 2 rabbits. I don't know if they're a mated pair, but she's got 2 of them. She told me just recently, so that's kind of cool.
Until they passed away, we had a pair of the big giant breeder rabbits, the Flemish Giants.
Oh, those are fun.
Yeah, and they're a very friendly breed.
Yeah.
They get some big old rabbits over in England, man.
Well, that's where that breed's from.
I've seen these rabbits. They were just hopping around, and I'm like, wow, those are the floppiest looking rabbits I've ever seen in my life. And they got closer to them in the video, and I'm like,
they're huge.
Yeah, I've seen them next to the door, and I'm like, that's a rabbit the size of a dog. Wow.
Look up an English slop. They're huge too, but they got these big giant ears that hang down.
Yeah, that's probably what I saw. Jeez, man, they were. cannot believe them things. Absolutely amazing. And this was over in the video is shot over in England. So I'm like, wow. Imagine if we had them here just running around in the woods or something, or out in an open field.
That would be hilarious.
The farmers think it's bad to have the regular rabbits around here. They dig some pretty nice tunnels and stuff. But what size tunnel would a rabbit that size be digging? Freaking lose the front wheel of your tractor in there.
Yeah.
My goodness. Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's it.
That's a big feller. Jeez. Look at Crystal.
That's some big count years.
Wow.
They're a very expensive breed to find too from a breeder. That Flemish Giant, you're looking to spend 100 to 150 a rabbit.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's cheaper than some puppies.
I am. My mom paid $600 for this Rottweiler puppy, and that was cheap.
Yeah, yeah. I know some people have paid far more than 600. Oh my goodness!
Oh yeah.
Holy dude!
Yeah, one Rottweiler that was the German bloodline, and he was way up there in price.
Yeah, after I found out how much some of them dogs really are worth the puppies, I'm like, I'm seriously considering raising some puppies.
Let me tell you what, every time I've tried raising animals for profit, you end up spending more money than you make.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. There's.
I was a snake breeder. We raise snakes.
Oh, snakes are
That's
cool.
expensive snakes, but it costs us so much to feed them all. I've raised parrots. We used to raise parrots here.
Okay. Yeah, I know a couple of people that have done that over the years.
Again, the price of the feed and the stuff, it was just crazy.
Huh.
Parrots are fun, but they're messy. It's constantly cleaning up after them.
They're what? They're nasty?
Yeah. They throw their food everywhere.
Oh, yeah, I know. They're messy. Oh, yeah, I know. I've lived with parrots a bunch of times. My friend, when I was growing up, one of my friends, his father had an African gray, and they let the African gray take over the whole dining room. That was the parrot's room. That was his room.
Now I gotta tell that story again. There was a pet store over in Coppers Cove, and they had this African gray. And every time someone would walk in, it would look at them and say, chicken and watermelons. We had a macaw here that would call out like it was someone dying.
That's evil. That's evil.
They're good for doing that though.
Yeah, macaws are a little different.
Those birds are evil. They're one-person birds sometimes.
Yeah, they really kind of are. They're a little different sometimes.
I mean, they could break a broom handle in half. So imagine what they could do with you if they don't like you.
Snap your arm. Yeah, they could certainly snap your arm if they really wanted to. They could mess you up pretty good. Yeah, I know some people that raise macaws, and they're just like, yeah, you have to respect them things. You have to treat them like baby almost. I'm like,
those and they're moody. Weather sets them off in a certain mood. They'll get moody. One day they'll be fine and nice to you. Next next day they can be crazy.
my grandmother had cockatoos. They'd get a little feisty once in a while, and she was hiding something on her arm one day. I was talking to her about the cockatoos, and I'm just like, Graham, what happened? She's like, oh, nothing. And I can tell she's in agony, dude. She is in so much pain. And I'm like, Graham, okay, what is going on? Do you need to go to the doctor or something? Do you need to go to the hospital? She's like, no, I'll be fine. Don't lie to me. Come on. We care about you, and we want. Come on, just tell me what's going on. She's like, trying to just play it off, and she's really, really like, nursing that one arm, and I'm like, she's trying to reach for something across the table, and I grab her hand, and I'm like, what's that? What's that? What's that big purple mark on your arm? She's like, oh, don't. I'm like, lift your sleeve up. Come on, roll it up. Let me see. And she rolls up her sleeve, and she's got point. She's got like 5 huge, big, swollen purple bruises on her arm, and I'm like, oh my God, they're real dark purple ones too. And I'm like, what happened? She's like, I was cleaning the cockatoo's cage, and they got a little attitude, they got a little feisty, and they got me. I'm like, oh. Yeah, they got her real good though. Real good. I mean,
I got scars up my arms from birds and scars on my knuckles. Some of these scars on my knuckle. One was boarding a boa, and I went to feed it, and it jumped out and grabbed me on the wrist and locked on.
Yep. It happens.
You just gotta understand animals are unpredictable.
Was it a red-tailed boa?
No, it was a Colombian rainbow boa.
Okay, yeah, my red tail got me.
You know what I mean? I had a tree boa, Amazon tree boa.
Okay.
And dealing with those was like dealing with like a cobra or something. You had to take big old tongs to feed it because they strike. They stand up and strike.
My red tail got me, and I had a ball python, and man, I didn't think that those little tiny pythons were that bitey. But man, are they?
I never got bit by a ball python.
I got bit twice by my ball python, and I got bit once by the red boa, the red tail boa. I'm like, fellas, come on, I'm feeding you. I know you're hungry, and I don't even smell like food.
I got bit by one of my baby king snakes. It was only like this big. Didn't even feel it when it bit me.
Yeah, king snakes are fun.
Yeah, we used to raise a lot of those.
I had a California king snake. She got to be just over 6 feet long.
Really?
But her body was no bigger around than maybe a 50-cent piece.
Yeah.
Skinny. Yeah. That's cool.
And they got pretty good attitudes for snakes.
Yeah. But this one, she had allergies and she sneezed a lot.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I know snakes sneeze. She really had allergies?
Yeah.
Our biggest snake was an Everglades rat snake, and he was huge.
Yeah, I didn't know that they sneezed, but I found out the person that lived here with me for a little while, she had it. She brought it here, and I was standing in the kitchen getting ready to cook, and all of a sudden I hear, I looked at her. She looked at me. She goes, "Oh yeah, by the way, my snake sneezes." And I was like, "You're kidding me." She says, "No, watch her."
Blew your mind, doesn't it?
I've never seen a snake sneeze or even heard of one sneeze. But when they do, their whole body swells up and then contracts really, really quick. I'm like, oh, that's just interesting.
Yeah, snakes will surprise you sometimes with some of their abilities. We had there's this snake that my buddy had. His name was Jurassic. And Jurassic was a 14-foot Indian Burmese python.
Oh, hello.
He's a big fella. Anyway, Jurassic weighed easily 100, 120 pounds, 140, something like that, around there. Anyway, we had him outside on the lawn one fine day, just to get some exercise, let him crawl around our neighbor's yard a little bit. And the neighbor didn't mind because, he's safely inside. And, he thought it was fascinating. Didn't want to hold the snake, just he came over when we had him outside and he'd pet him and stuff like that. And he's like, he already told my buddy, you can plop him in the yard and let him, crawl around in the yard if you want. I think that would be cool. So he did. He plopped him right down in the yard one day and he was crawling around. And, well, you know that those are tree snakes, right?
Yeah.
So one of the things that they hunt for food naturally, birds. And the whole time that my friend had owned that snake, he'd been feeding it, things like rats, and rabbits, and things, right? And well, a couple birds flew overhead, and we seen it like strike up in the air, and we're like, "Oh, you saw the birds, buddy!" And my buddy, his name is Justin also, and Justin's like, well, I don't know. We'll get back in the house though, because he might, like, if they fly low enough, he might get them. And we're like, no way, he didn't strike that far. Sure enough, birds fly a little lower. I think they were taunting the snake. I don't know how, but they were just. It seemed like they were almost taunting him and like daring him to strike, because all of a sudden this 14-foot snake got like 8 feet of his body up in the air, trying to strike at them freaking birds. I'm like, oh, like he struck like 2 feet. Oh, I'm a 6-foot dude at the time. He struck 2 feet over my head, like bolt upright. I'm like, whoa! And he's quick too. He's super, super quick, dude. I did not think that he'd be able to pull that maneuver off. Totally just not expecting that. Like, oh. So we grabbed him real quickly, stuffed him in the house. Back into your tank you go. and Justin, he had never seen anything like that. He's like, nope, I've never seen him do that. That's kind of cool. I've seen him strike at birds, but I've never seen him like rear up like that far. Never. I've never seen him do that.
I don't do big snakes or poisonous or venomous snakes. I just don't do them. I do the littler snakes, but something that can eat me or kill me.
No, Jurassic could eat a cat. That's about as big as he could eat.
Yeah, but they can still do some damage. They could actually. They still can constrict around you.
He could kill you if you don't.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
If you pissed him off, or if you held him, like if you were holding him wrong, he would just get irritated and he would just like leave. He would just get off of you.
Yeah.
It would be very apparent that he wanted to go, and you let him go. I promise you, you will let him go. But if he wanted to kill you, oh sure, he could kill you. But
yeah,
he doesn't care. The snakes aren't murderers like that. They really don't care about killing unless they're going to eat you.
Yeah, they're all about food.
Yeah, pretty much. They're like, human food me. And they'll get pissy if you don't feed them.
They get pissy when they go through a shed too.
Yeah, they get hand shy. They get hand shy. They might.
Well, they can't see. They can't. They're blind for that period of time.
Well, they have no eyelids, so that one scale that goes over their eye, they get their vision gets cloudy and they get real paranoid, hand shy.
And it makes them itchy and all kinds of stuff.
Yep, they'll snap at you.
That's why I always keep a rock. I always kept a rock in with the snakes so they can rub up against it when they're shedding.
Hey, Mama, how you doing?
Hey, Mama.
Coolest reptile I ever owned, and I would love to get raise some more, is tortoises. I don't know why, I just always love tortoises.
Tortoises are cool, but that's a lifetime pet.
Yep.
It's a lifetime pet. It might outlive you.
I had one that my mom accidentally killed. She locked it up in the greenhouse.
Oh.
It wandered the backyard, and it wandered in the greenhouse, and she closed it up, and I guess it got too hot in there.
Yeah, it's fried.
Yep.
Sucks. Did you keep the shell?
No, I don't think I did.
Okay. Did you bury it or something? Or?
I can't remember.
All right.
I don't remember much anything.
I'm not trying to bug you, buddy. I'm just saying, you know, that's.
I also used to do turtle rescues, and we had a bunch of red ear sliders here.
Okay.
Talk about nasty. Keeping those things filtered, that water filtered out in those ponds. Those turtles are nasty.
When we were messing around with them, I'm saying messing around because that's pretty much all it was at the time. We were just messing around, but we found a pond that we could, like, it was more like a puddle out in the woods that we could throw turtles in because they would wander around and they would get on the road, and we were like, oh no, fella, we're not going to let you get hit by a car. And we'd grab them up and we'd, hold them and bring them to, the pond that we knew about out in the woods, and we'd plop them in there, or put them by the side, and they would just automatically know that there's water there and scuttle in there,
I got a video of one we found on the road in Ohio that we saved. It was a big old snapping turtle. It was jumping up and snapping at us. All I could do was trying to save it because it would hurt someone's car. The turtle, of course. So I took my shirt off in the middle of this busy road and threw it over its head and let it snap onto my shirt.
Yeah, we found a box turtle. You know what them things are?
Oh, yeah.
And one of them yellow ones. We found a box turtle in my buddy's front yard one time. And I was like, man, what are you going to do with that thing? You going to keep it as a pet, or you just, you going to mess with it, or what? He's like, no, I doubt I'm going to keep it as a pet. But I figured, we just mess with it a little bit. I'm like, okay. So we figured out that this thing was not going to open his shell. He's got that little hinge part on the shell.
Yeah.
And it just like clams right up. Like, he clammed up pretty good, and we couldn't pry him open. Sometimes you can just like coax him open, like, come on. No, he wasn't having it. He wasn't,
Later, Mama.
So we left him in the lawn, and later on we found him again, and we were able to coax him out, like coax his head out, just like poking at him and stuff. Come on, buddy. And eventually he started, like getting mad. We were like, come on, we just want to play. So we eventually left him alone, but it was just cool to find, something like that just crawling around. It was like, oh, it's a box turtle. Master Transportation 5, how you doing?
There's actually calls about people owning box turtles in Texas because they're trying to they're trying to get a breeding program going because they're about extinct in Texas because you don't see them. So they got strict laws about owning them.
Oh wow. I don't
You
know.
can own them, but you have to have paperwork that they came from another state.
All right. I know one friend of mine, he had 2 painted turtles in a tank on his back porch because his parents said, no, you have 1 turtle in the house, that's all you get in the house. So he's like, all right, well, can I put him in a tank on the back porch? And they're like, yeah, I guess, but make sure you feed them things and don't let them die. Well, the one in the house, that one died. We don't know why. I don't know if it got sick or whatever, but it ended up dying. So when it died, he put it in a bush outside, and the bush stunk for about a year. And then, like, we found the bones in there. That's why I was asking, did you save the shell? Anyway.
Yeah, no, I can't even remember what even happened.
Anyway, he had those 2 on the back porch. We used to feed it toads and frogs and things. Like we'd find like a big beetle, like a big old one, like a stag beetle or something. We'd go over to the turtle tank. We'd throw that stag beetle, and they'd munch it right down. They'd like.
Oh, there's something else I built one of those big old Pac-Man frogs.
Was it what?
I owned one of those big old Pac-Man frogs once.
Oh, you had a Pac-Man?
The ones that lead thing.
Yeah, dude, these are crazy looking, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will bite you too.
Yeah. I was gonna say they definitely bite. I've seen people on YouTube that got videos and pictures of
Other than feeding, they're very lazy and don't move. They only move when there's food.
The Hypno-Toad.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, man. Them painted turtles, though, man, those things, we feed them a toad and they just rip it to pieces. No. Just absolutely shred it. We're like, damn. And they did not leave one piece behind. They got
What's cool is watching snapping turtle videos of them eating stuff.
No, I mean, these are just like two painted turtles in a tank.
Yeah.
And they left no pieces behind. They got everything. Yep. Like every week or so, he would change the water in there, and he'd feed them just about every day too. Just about. You got to figure in the wild, they probably don't eat every day in the wild, and if they do, well, whatever. But I'm saying, like, we'd feed it like if we were fishing or something, we would come back to his house because he lived around a lake, and we would walk from his house to the lake, and we'd take our leftover bait, whatever we had, like if it was shiners or like night crawlers or worms or whatever, we would take our leftover bait in the back porch there, and we would feed it to the turtles, and they'd snap it right up.
Yep.
They would eat it right up. It was great.
I used to get feeder goldfish for mine.
We fed him goldfish a couple of times because the guy down the street, he used to feed him to his Oscar, and they started the Oscar stopped liking the goldfish, and it started liking some other type of fish that he fed it one time, and it started liking pellets too, because originally you're supposed to feed cichlids pellets.
Yeah.
Once in a while, you feed them like another fish, But he started feeding it fish all the time, and he offered it pellets, and it would usually reject them.
I think they recommended when my mom had them that you only feed them something live about once a month.
Yeah. Well, he started feeding them pellets more and more, and eventually he started accepting them and eating them again, and he stopped liking the goldfish. He wouldn't eat the goldfish anymore after he found something else that the Oscar liked to eat better. I don't remember what it was, but it was another type of fish that was readily available and real cheap. And
guppies.
I don't know if it was guppies or not, but it wouldn't have mattered.
Guppies are cheap.
Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered because goldfish are the size of guppies anyway.
Yeah.
But, like you get the baby goldfish, and those things are they call them feeders. They're just babies, and like they're the size of guppies anyway, so it really don't matter. But it might have been, like I said, it might have been. I don't know, but he started feeding them things, and fish liked them better. So a couple of times he'd have leftover goldfish from trying to feed his Oscar, and they wouldn't eat them. So we'd bring them over, and we'd feed them to the turtle, and they'd get them real quick too, man. You never see two hungry turtles.
We had a massive giant tank in the house, and we had like 3 or 4 of the smaller turtles in there.
Huh.
And they would go crazy over some fish.
Oh yeah.
Other than that, we fed them pond fish pellets.
Well, these painted turtles. They were turtles that he found in the grass or out over by the lake on the beach or something, or out in the swamp. Like we find turtles all over the place because there was tons of them in that lake. It probably still is. There's snappers out there too. Man, is there snappers
out there? I saw a soft shell turtle one time.
There's a snapper. There's a snapper. It was as big around as a garbage can lid. It was a pretty big turtle. And this guy, we crashed this party and they let us in because we were harmless. He was leading it this one guy was leading a turtle with a rubber worm. We didn't know what he was doing. We had no idea. But he was leading it with a rubber worm, and it was coming. It was coming. And another guy reached down behind it and grabbed it by the tail and lifted it up out of the water. And he's just like, oh my God. He didn't know how big it was. He didn't know it was that big before he grabbed it. And when he grabbed it up, it was massive. It was real big. He's like, oh, boy. He's like, it's like freaking out and it's splashing all over the place. And we're like, never seen anybody catch a snapper turtle like that. Like, holy crap. Never one that big. I've never seen one that big and never one since, man. That thing was big. And he plopped it on a freaking on a patio, and the thing was just hissing. Just hissing and hissing and hissing. We were like, it didn't stop hissing for at least 5 minutes. We're like, does this thing do anything but just sit there and hiss?
It might have been an alligator snapping turtle, which are bigger than the common snapping turtle.
We decided that we were gonna, let it go. We all came to that conclusion that this thing was dangerous, and we didn't know how to coax it back into the water. So we were like, does anybody have like a stick? We could like push it. And we found out quickly that a stick is not going to push it back into the water.
Yeah. Alligators, snapping turtles, they'll have heads on them about this big around.
No, it wasn't that big. It was just a big goofy snapping turtle, dude.
Yeah.
And the tail was like long. I'd never known snapping turtle have I know that snapping turtles have a long tail, but I didn't think they were that long. So anyway, we got a couple of boat oars and that one stick that we found, and it wasn't quite that big, but it was close.
That's an alligator.
It wasn't quite that ugly.
Oh, yeah, those things are ugly.
Yeah. But no, I know it was just a regular snapper turtle. Its head was probably around like about that, maybe
Yeah.
that, maybe a little bigger than a Coca-Cola can. But the shell was real big. Like what you know, like one of the metal garbage can lids, about that. It was about that big. It was a heavy sucker too. So we're pushing at it with boat oars and a stick, trying to get it back in the water. We're like, come on, go, you bastard! And man, I didn't think they could move that quick either. I had no idea. I was mind blown that big turtle like that moved that quick. I'm like, you son of bitch! Oh my god! And then he latched on to one of the boat oars. We had a plastic one. They had an aluminum handle, and we had a wooden one. And he bit the wooden one and took a chunk right out of it.
See, that's how my grandpa
turtle.
They would have a stick that they would reach back up to the banks and let the turtle snap onto it, and then they drag it out.
Yeah, we were going to get between the water and the turtle. we decided that was a bad idea. But, yeah, maybe we should have done it that way. But, man, we had been swimming in that water like 10 minutes earlier. I'm not even kidding. Like 10 minutes before that, we were swimming in that water. And, yeah, I know that, you know, snapping turtles don't attack swimmers usually. Like people that are actually, like, swimming or just splashing around or whatever.
They're known to attack ducks and stuff, though.
Huh?
They're known to attack ducks and stuff.
Well, yeah, so we ended up pushing it back in the water eventually, and but it didn't want to go. It was out of the water, and it was real mad at us, and it wanted a piece. It wanted to take a chunk out of us, so we were not letting it happen.
Well, you could have spared a toe, maybe.
No, David. No. I want all 10 I got.
All right, guys, we're at 3 hours, and y'all know I like to cut mine off at 3 hours.
I'm sorry, I kept y'all in here a long.
Oh, that's fine. That's why I just try to cut out. I just try to cut them out of 3 hours because I don't know. I like to go to bed.
All right.
I got work tomorrow.
Oh,
So I guess it's time to say our goodbyes, everyone.
all right.
Thanks for having me on, Brandon. Appreciate it, buddy.
Thank you for coming on.
Okay.
Yes. Happy Father's Day to all y'all fathers out there.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Happy Father's Day, y'all. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you everybody for coming. I'm gonna get off of here, go to bed, because I got work to do in the morning. Working on Sunday. All right, later, guys.
Good night, everybody.